Okay, so Minister, just very quickly, a couple of things that jumped out at me today. The help for those on mortgages, the interest tax relief, that's to be welcomed. I'm just a little concerned that the upper limit is 500,000. Out where we live, and you know this as well as I do, not too far from your own constituency, they're currently selling two-bedroom houses at 555,000. I know that this is sort of aimed at those that are on tracker mortgages, but I think we need to look at the upper limit to help those who will be on mortgages slightly over 500,000. That's one of the issues that I have. The other issue, the residential zoned land tax. There's a huge problem here. There's a factory over in West Dublin employing 75 people, the inner city factory, and the land it's sitting on is zoned residential, and the owners have been told that they're about to be hit for tax of about 200,000 euros because the land is zoned as residential. It's a factory that has been there for about 100 years. 3 generations of the family. They make all of the carpeting and seat covering for aircraft all over the world. They have another factory up in Donegal, and we need to look at that. The Taoiseach did mention that when he was in here, when he gave us a statement a few days ago. So from that point of view, we need to look at that. We cannot be driving employers out of an area simply because we didn't take that into account when we zoned the land. I'll have more to say to the Minister for Public Expenditure and Reform when it comes to the Defence Forces. But the budget statement today is devastating. There is no sign of any incentive in retention. There is no sign of any effort to try and reach the level of outcome 2 that came from the Commission on Defence. There is no sign of duty allowance. There is no sign of help for the Navy. There is nothing in it. There's talk about increasing the military by 400. To do that, you have to first find the 1,000 that are already lost, which means it's 1,400 we need, not 400. So from that point of view, I'll take that up with the Minister for Public Expenditure and Reform because it came in with his speech, but I do want Finance to be aware of it too, because it is serious. And finally, there's mention again in Public Expenditure and Reform on the issue of cyber security. This is really important for your department. Unless we beef up our cyber security to match those of our neighbours, particularly in the Baltic states, we're going to find ourselves losing foreign direct investment. We need to have a massive staff there. We need to have a massive awareness campaign in cyber. So I would ask you to look at that and see what sort of money is actually coming. The figure isn't there. So I thank you for your time.